my life. So I got the train from Warrington to Liverpool to Hesketh Street on Lark Lane. I took my portfolio on page 3 photographs, told loads of dirty jokes, had them all laughing, sang a few songs, and the beta band around my personality.
No way.
And I was in the band for 2 months on my own, and then we held auditions, and I chose Liz McClendon and Heidi Range. And Heidi, who went Sugar Babes, Heidi and Liz didn't get on. And then they went and picked Natasha without me knowing. I couldn't stand her.
Really?
I couldn't stand her. And they said, give it 2 weeks. If you don't like her, we'll get rid of her. And I took her to a nightclub at World. And we had a great time and we fell in love and she became my bestest friend ever. I loved her. And 4 weeks later, I think it was 4 weeks later, we got a record deal.
Wow.
Life changed overnight.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
With Whole Again?
No, the first song was Right Now.
Was it?
Yeah, we had 4 singles out when I was in the band. We had Right Now, See Ya, Follow Me, and Whole Again. And there was about to drop us. And I wasn't enjoying it because obviously it all came out about my page 3 modelling, which was fine. Then I was dating a Westlife, and so it all became about me and Brian. And then like we do photo shoots as the 3 of us, and I'll never forget, we did a photo shoot for The Sun with Beverly Goodway, who I sent my page 3 photographs off to. And when we turned up, he had my letter and my portfolio. Because I went and did auditions for him, and my mum had that picture up on the wall, and like me topless. And it was the 3 of us in cat suits for the page 3. I don't know if you remember the picture. It's me like this in this leather cat suit, and it's supposed to be the 3 of us. Anyway, we're up at 4 o'clock to go to the Disney Channel show on SMTV, and we know it's in paper. So me and Carl, my tour manager, pulled up at the service station. I went, I'll go get the paper. And I went in to get the paper, and I opened it. I went, oh, for fuck's sake. And Carl went, it's just you, innit? I went, yeah. I did not want to get back in the car. And it wasn't what I expected. You know, I thought if I become famous and rich, my mum will love me, I'll buy her house, it'll all be nice. But I wanted to be a mum and a wife more than rich and famous. So I fell pregnant, got married very young, and that's what I wanted. And I gave everything up, but the fame just followed me, so I had to utilise it, really.
I mean, what was it like your first time on stage? Were you nervous?
Oh, yeah. The first time, no, I'm more nervous now than what I was back then. It was such a buzz, and then you see all these people singing. I'll never forget this little girl smiling at me, and it just gave me so much joy, just making people laugh and giving them memories. It was great, and I'm having fun. You know, it's every kid's dream. You know, you have a hairbrush in your bathroom, in your bedroom.
Yeah, Shaun used to do it.
You know, and there I am doing it, and it was amazing. It was just unbelievable. I mean, to come from where I come from, and I did it on my own because, you know, Tash and Liz, they had the parents. I really did it all by myself.
Well done.
You know, and I'm so proud of it. You know, looking back on it now, as I'm saying it, it's like I really did it. I remember when we got the record deal. I remember ringing my mum, she was absolutely shit-faced, and then Tash and Liz, and I thought, oh, fuck it, you know. I got a record deal, you know, and I celebrated it with the girls.
Were you doing drugs at the time?
God, yeah. Not all the time. Like, I was doing drugs loads of times, but not all the way through, if that makes sense. The drugs really for me was when I moved back to England, when I split up with Brian. That's when the drugs, like in Atomic Kitten, there was, people say like there's loads of drugs. I never really experienced that side of it. I got my drugs from Warrington. You know, I can't say that I weren't doing drugs like with these celebrities because it never happened. And I never experienced any of that because you're so busy working, you're so controlled by the record company, you have no downtime. So my downtime was when I came home with my mum and got off my head then. So it was never in the industry. So people say, oh, the industry fucks you up, you know, it's all drugs. I thought no fucker offered me any free drugs when I was in Atomic Kitten. I paid for all mine when I got home. Cost me a fortune.
What was it like sliding into the celebrity life then at such a young age? Because you were, when you joined Atomic Kitten,
17.
17, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the other 2 girls were quite nervous and a bit more laid back, where I was very loud and bold. And I remember seeing Tom Jones, and never met me before in my life. And I went, Tom! We was doing Pepsi chart shows together. And he went, oh, it's Atomic Kitten. And I went, catch me. He went, what? I said, catch me. And he just went, and I ran up to him and jumped on him. Hey! Funny enough, he liked me after that. I think because in my eyes, they were never no different to me. I think I get more starstruck now than... I mean, yesterday I was at the football with James Corden. I'm like, oh my God, so James Corden yesterday. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, but back then when I was younger, I think you just have more energy about you, don't you? You have more...
Less fear.
It's like, I know where I've come from and I'll never change. I'm down to earth. You're no different than me. I'm no different than you. We all fart, shit and burp. Although because I'm a C-lister, my farts do smell a little bit nicer, I have to say. But I've never, and I think you've got no right to talk to me like a piece of shit because I'm not. And there was a bit of a change. You see these celebrities talking to makeup artists and runners. I think, and I think that's why I've still got a career, because I've always been nice to everybody.
That's what's interesting about you, is how you've kept your ego in check. Because people get fame and it goes to
I've
their
got
heads.
imposter syndrome. Massively imposter syndrome. Oh my God. Like, we're in the papers today because we're at West Ham with our James Corden. I'm like, oh my God, can we, oh my God, let's meet the picture of James Corden. Oh my God. And it's like, I forget that I've been around for 1,000,001 years. And I forget that, but I'm so grateful, I'm so blessed, I'm so appreciative. And when I get to ask to do these reality shows, it's not about them when I think, what a great memory. When I lie on my deathbed, I'm going to go, wow, I did that. I'd rather have a regret doing it and thinking, fuck, this is hard, than have a regret not giving it a go. Like doing SAS, the jungle and all that kind of shit. I gave it a go. Yeah, so, isn't that awesome?
So in the beginning, people coming up to you, recognising you.
They hated it.
Hated
that
it?
That messed my head up.
Did you?
Love it.
Back then it really messed my head up. That's why I had to start having a drink before I went out. So you never got a break from... When you're in a girl band, it's really hard work. People don't understand. You don't have any sleep. I remember we did a South East Age tour. We all ended up in hospital on trips. So we're doing the big breakfast and we was Johnny's Angels. So we're on telly every day. It was on for a week. And then we don't get to see the other side of it because you're there, hotel, performance, photo shoot. You don't get to mingle. It's work. And I remember we had like a couple of days off and I finally got to go home. I was like, oh, come on, let's go out like he always used to. And I went in the world. And my God, I had 2 drinks, went home, went never again. I had people go, oh my God, I know your dad's a G, because I don't. Oh, I know your sister, that's funny, I'm an only child. Oh, she slept with my boyfriend. Have you seen fucking State of You? Why would I sleep with him? And look at you. Do you know what I mean? It was so messed up, and people, and the way I hated it. I absolutely hated it.
Did your friends start to behave differently towards you as well?
Yeah, I'll never forget my ex-boyfriend, Carl, we're still really good friends. I remember we got all these free CDs from Virgin Records. And he was like, well, let me borrow them. I said, you can do. I said, but let me listen to them first. And then, oh, you've changed. Because I won't let you borrow until I've listened to them. If I'd have bought these and I wasn't who I am now, I'd say the same thing. So you see people changing differently. I had so many hangers on, and that was awful.
Many people asking for money.
Oh God, yeah, everybody. I bought people's love and affection. That was my mistake. I was buying everybody, including my mum's. Everybody, I bought everybody's love. It was to prove that I hadn't changed, and that's why I was doing drugs. Oh yeah, let's get some coke because I've not changed.
Down to earth.
Yeah, I'm down to earth. I'm still me. Do you know what I mean? It's really, yeah.
Have you got friends from childhood who've stuck with you and been completely normal?
Not one.
No.
None of them?
Apart from Dawn and Leslie, who my mum's friends, but they're my friends. But no, not one of them. No.
Sad.
But it's sad, isn't it?
Not one person. My friends is Ryan, my fiance, my kids, and Danielle Brown.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's a and I'm Pika. I'm very, very small. I've got I don't go out socialising. This is a work. I'm constantly working, constantly earning. I've come back up on top. That doesn't mean I'm going to take my foot off the pedal.
No.
I've got to keep grafting because I've lost it. I've been bankrupt twice. I've gone from being nothing to getting my clothes off a jumble sale to becoming a millionaire to going bankrupt again to becoming a millionaire.
What
again.
years were the bankruptcies?
2000. I want to say 2008. 2008, the first one. 2009, maybe. Second one, 2015. And I've been out of it now for 8 years. So that's all done and dusted. And become a millionaire again. Who the fuck does that?
That was amazing.
Who does that?
You sound like an extreme workaholic.
I am.
You sound like you.
What about the crazy after parties and stuff? Did you engage in any of that?
What, in Atomic Kitten?
Yes.
Oh, I never... Because... It was difficult because the girls was underage. Like Tash had to have a chaperone, so we'd all pretend to go to bed. Because I was 18, I'm like, Tash, come on. Like Liz was dead. She was dead good. Liz was. I God, Tash, come on. I remember we went to Will Smith and Jazzy Jess party. In fact, I was with Lee Francis, Keith Lemon, doing a podcast the other week, and he was there as well when he was having Miriam, and it was like, do you remember when we was all at this Will Smith party? So that, there was just not after parties, like we'd all just go out and get pissed up in London, really. Not very often, because again, we were so busy. And you got to bear in mind, I've got nothing wild to tell you. My wildness was when I was younger, and more so when I split up with Brian, Mr. Smith. Yeah, that was as wild as it got for me. We was always just busy working, but we had some great times out and about. Yeah.
Because the tabloids make it out that you're a bit of a party animal. By what I've met of you today, you're not really.
No, don't even drink, really. We went on holiday like a strawberry daiquiri on holiday, but back in the day, I wasn't a party. You'll never see a picture of me falling out of a nightclub. You know, but I had a reputation because I'm loud, I'm brass, I start talking like that, you know what I mean, love? Because I get a lot of it's nerves, and it's just a persona that I play up to as well, but no, as soon as you go, the lashes will be off, makeup will be off. I don't even know why I bothered putting these on, to be honest. I just didn't really know what was going on today.
So you made it sound like after Atomic Kittens it all just went massive, but what were the challenges during Atomic Kittens? There must have been ups and downs.
The travelling, we're like sisters, so you fight a lot, like you would with sisters. So, and I think for me a lot of it was like, you remember SMTV?
Yes.
And CGK, do you remember Chums? Like, Conor McAnally, the producer, would always use me to be a character on there, and the girls wanted it, and I'm not asking these newspapers to edit and put just me in it. That for me was like, you know what, this just isn't worth it. And I met Brian, fell in love, and I was like, I just want to be mum. It's kind of that for me was the hardest.
How did you meet Brian?
Oh fuck. I've been married so many times since then. Hang on, let me Google it. We was at Smash Hits. That was it. I think it was in Brighton. So, in our car, in the Chrysler, in our pickup, Carl would be driving, or Helen it was at the time. Liz would have her chair, Tash would have her chair, and I'd have the whole back seat. Tash would listen to Dr. Drake and R&B. Liz in her ears would listen to Westlife and Boyzone, and I would listen to Rod Stewart and Dr. Hawk, Roy Orbison, Elvis. I was Motown. That's really old school. So we all had different types of music. So when I got into pop industry, I hadn't got a fucking clue any of them were. All these girls, I remember saying, excuse me, Lord, do you know where toilets are? And Liz was like, oh my God, that's Ben from A1. I'm like, oh, use A1. I did not have a clue. And then we was in this lift, and I knew she liked Westlife, but I wouldn't be able to tell you any of them were. It wasn't my thing. And like, now I won't have a clue. It's only because of Atomic Kitten, and I work with these people that you realise who they are. And we got out this lift, and Liz was like, oh my God. I'm like, what is this? Oh my God, there's Brian. I went, Brian who from Westlife. Oh my God, I was so excited for her. I was like, which one is it? Which one is this? Him there. She's like, oh my God. I went, right. So I went, come on, go say hi to her. No, I can't. Me. Excuse me, love, is your name Brian? Are you in Westlife? Me mate's a really big fan. Can you have a picture? And that's how I met him.
And what was his approach?
He stalked me. He did, yeah. He was like, and I was like, listen, love, just because you're in a boy band, don't think I'm going to be another fucking notch on your bedpost. One thing people have to understand about me is I fell in love and got married a lot. You can go through papers, you'll see how many people have slept with it. It's not a lot. People, because I'm bald and because I've done pastry and all that. I remember Duncan James saying to me, you know, it's like having a threesome, don't you? I went, no. Why would you? Because of people, that's what people presume, that's the kind of person I am. But I'm really loyal, and I fell in love, and I wanted it all to happen and last forever. It just didn't work out that way.
So after the stalking, did he whisk you off?
He made me laugh. If you look at all my husbands, and there's a lot, none of them look alike. I haven't got a type. Humour's a big thing for me. And Brian made me laugh so much. He was so funny, and that's what it was. And It went from there really, and we started.
You don't know who Westlife are, do you?
Because I was overseas for 20 years almost. I skipped a lot of things.
Do you know who One Direction are?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Westlife was like One Direction back
Honestly,
then.
my first CD was Savage Garden.
They had
the
like
second one was
13.
Westlife.
They had like 13 number one hits. They were like
huge.
One Direction back then.
Yeah.
That's what they were like.
And all the girls would swoon over him.
Right.
And then they stand up off the chairs in slow mo.
So did that cause chaos everywhere you
Do you know
went?
the song "Flying Without Wings"?
Flying
without wings.
If it crossed to America, I know it.
Oh no! No, but yeah, they were really huge. They were huge. So when I met Brian, it was a massive 90s. It was a pop sensation thing for KERRY from Atomic Kitten and Brian from Westlife getting married. I mean,
It was
huge.
Because Brian Harvey was disappointed because I didn't know that Christmas song he did.
What Christmas song I did?
Take me. What is it? Brian Harvey's Christmas song.
Who's Brian Harvey?
With that it was
Brian
it was
Harvey?
massively famous.
Not Fairy Tale New York one, but
It's got a
Who's
number.
Brian
It's
Harvey?
got a
Big
number.
pop star.
Google Brian Harvey real quick.
Yeah.
It's that band that was really famous when I was away, but I'd never heard of them. And he was just
Pose.
He was the lead.
Brian
it's got a
Harvey.
number in the name.
A number E17.
That's it. Yeah.
Ah! E17.
Stay now.
Stay now, baby. You got to go away.
Yeah.
Right,
Did you ever
okay.
bump into Brian Harvey?
No, I've never met him.
Okay. Yeah. He's a lively character. Shout out to Brian Harvey.
But we went on tour with E17 without Brian Harvey to Australia after the big reunion and all that.
Where was he? He'd left by then, wasn't he?
I ain't got a fucking clue. I don't know who he is. I've never met him. I know who he is. I know of him, but I don't know him.
It doesn't sound like you went through that. You kind of like breezed through fame. These other young people, it sounds like it really did something psychologically to them.
Yeah, I think I was already fucked up anyway. I think because of my childhood, it helped. It actually helped my childhood. It helped me get
a mental barrier.
Yeah, massively. I remember getting. I remember 19. I got put on antidepressants while I was in Atomic Kitten. But I had struggles from my home. You see, so it was hard being in the industry and trying to deal with the shit that was going on at home. And oh my god, please, I've got to deal with this, and then I've got to go on live television. I'll never forget what I was doing. I was doing something, and something happened with my mum, and then I had to go on TV and go, hi, you know, my God, I've got to deal with this when I get off. So you become very used to doing shit like that.
Do you think your need for a family then come from
My childhood?
Yes.
Massively. That's all I wanted. I wanted to be a mum and a wife, and I wanted to say, wait till your dad gets home. You know, get your own work done and have a father around. So I know my choices have been because of my childhood. I forced it on my children that they needed their dad in their lives. Or I had to get remarried and have another kid and keep trying to do the same thing over and over again because it was my dream, not theirs. And it took me to the age of 36 to realise I'm more than enough for my kids. I've been with Ryan now for over 4 years and I'm not married, no kids, and so divorce lawyer in sight, doing something different. I mean, Brian proposed to me after 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
That's how good I am in bed.
So you talk about having this normal family life. Like, we're in a relationship with someone like Brian McFadden, you were hardly going to get that. I mean, how did you try and bring that
to
down?
you, it's Brian McFadden, but to me,
It's just old
I
Brian.
just met him, do you know what I mean? And he made me laugh. And it was a very normal life. When we come home, like, make the kids in the garden picking out fucking frogs. Do you know what I mean? He's a norm. When I'm at home, there was nothing. When me and Brian was at home, when he was at home, I mean, I was a golf widow, you know, he was golf mad. So when he wasn't on tour, he was, you know, it was just, I mean, that marriage was doomed before it was bloody over. Do you know what I mean? It was just a normal life. It was when you go out, it's how the people sensationalise
And you've got the
it.
cameras and all
As
the
if you
paps.
go to events, but there was never really paps in Ireland like that. When I came home to England was when it was just, I've never experienced it like it, ever, when we split up. I've never, because I lived in Ireland and then I had to come back home to England because I had nothing there. So I moved home to England and that was when it was like, fuck, I've never seen anything like it. Sleeping outside my house, like 40 pack. It was just, I mean, when I lived in Winslow, I lived on a corner and it's on my MTV show and you'll see the paps just sat there waiting. It was madness. I've never experienced anything like that. That was just crazy.
Do you want
Everyone went.
Are you able to explain to Shaun the sort of story behind that?
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, he's another wiser.
So, it's quite refreshing, this, actually. So, me and Brian McFadden, he was in this massive boy band, I was in a massive girl band. We just got number 1 with Whole Again, and I left. I didn't want to do it. I got pregnant with Molly. I was only 20. I thought, that's it. So, I had Molly. And then I moved to Ireland. I gave my career up, gave it all up because I just wanted to be a wife. Obviously, but I'm still married to a Westlifer. So it's like being married to, what was the One Direction's? Like
Harry Styles.
Like being married to Harry Styles or something like that. That's what it was like back then. In the early noughties. I mean, it was huge, wasn't it? Yeah. I mean, our wedding was pathetic. I mean, I got a blessing off the Pope. And Mariah Carey sent us wedding pictures, like wedding frame pictures. What a lot of fucking good